Okay, so right in front of me are two great GPUs for 250 euros, and I like them both. It's not like I hate one and I'm not sure about the other. They're both genuinely great, but one is soon to be 5 years old and can be found used anywhere from 230 on a lucky day to 300 euros for the higher end shroud designs, and this one is supposed to be brand new for around 250, but currently is retailing for around 320 to 330 here. But just for the sake of a cool thumbnail, let's say both of them are 250 and let's see how they compare. Okay, so starting off with CS2, I sorta knew how this will turn out, but basically the 3060 Ti here performs much better on 1080p medium settings and very similarly on 1440p medium settings. And I gotta say that I love Stalker 2 autosaves. Like, bro, what I'm supposed to do here? But speaking about the gameplay itself, it was very similar on both GPUs using low settings and TSR on ultra quality, and on 1440p I'd say the feeling of the gameplay was indistinguishable, and on 1080p the 3060 Ti was slightly smoother. Oh, and by the way, don't forget that since the 3060 Ti is more powerful than the 4060, which is the direct competitor of the B580, on paper it theoretically should be neck and neck or faster than the Arc. So Intel fans, don't get upset if it loses by a bit and just prepare to be blown away when it wins, cause spoiler alert, there will be games like that. But before that, I just gotta quickly make it through the boring section of the games without you clicking away, so here we go. And on Rainbow Six Siege, both GPUs were super close, but on 1440p highest settings, the Arc won. So the wins of the Arc came faster than I expected. And on 1080p highest settings, the Arc won. Yeah. And on Apex Legends, I was frustrated at first, but not for the reason you might think.
Bro, how long for that one player? That's crazy. Okay, I'm good. Not crashing out, not crashing out.
But after getting that additional 60th player, our teammate left the game on the character selection menu, and then the remaining one didn't even bother reviving me. My hope in Apex was genuinely lost until I queued up for the next game, and we managed to take the W. Of course, not because of me. Yeah, they carried my cheeks pretty good here, but I mean,
a win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say.
While looking at the benchmark results, we see that the Arc got more FPS on 1440p Ultra and 1080p Ultra, but I mean, no one could tell or even feel a couple of FPS difference when the frame rate is so high. But a win is a win though! And because some of you liked the adventures of the W Key Justin and Peace Control Tom in the 1080 Ti video, I'll include some of the gameplay footage from today's Fortnite testing.
Alright, what's good my Pookie Bears? We're getting pushed right now. Oh shit. Give me.
Can I see what's
I'm the best teammate. I'm the best teammate. Let's go.
Okay.
Come over to my crib.
We're getting pushed, bro.
My name is P. Diddy.
Sorry.
I'm 7 HP right now.
That's kinda high.
Oh yo, bro, he's on me, bro. He is on top of you, bro. Let's go. Oh hell no.
That's crazy. But back to the numbers, and on 1440p medium, both GPUs performed almost identically, and on 1080p medium, probably due to the aforementioned overhead thingy from the Intel Arc, the 3060 Ti takes the W. Valorant on 1440p maxed out settings performed better on the Arc, and when switched to 1080p, then it performed better on the 3060 Ti, so yeah, back and forth battle today. But the interesting thing here is that in the Intel's case, the GPU wasn't always pegged to 100% of the usage, while the 3060 Ti was, which is interesting as we can clearly see that the Valorant / Nvidia devs have managed to fully exploit the 3060 Ti, so dudes at Riot Games better not chill collecting our data or something, and yeah, better start working. Oh, and Arc also won on 3D Mark Time Spy, so hopefully in the future with the driver updates it can win every time. Nah, okay, I just consumed too much opium at this point. And for the racing game category, we got Forza Horizon 5, where both GPUs genuinely performed amazingly, and without having any numbers to compare to, literally no one could tell the difference. But since we came here for the numbers, hopefully. Are you guys here for the numbers? Anyways, here they are. The 3060 Ti got a slight edge on every settings preset, like on 1440p extreme, 1080p extreme, 1440p high, 1080p high, and yeah. But Cyberpunk, on the other hand, was crazy. During in-game benchmark runs, using exactly the same settings, not this 3-hour long dialogue I'm currently sitting through in agony, Arc won on 1440p Ultra, both with FSR 2.1 and 3.0. And as for the 1080p Ultra, the numbers were less than 1% apart. Anyways, great performance for both cards. And wow, okay, I genuinely did not expect this before coming into the game, but the B580 performs noticeably better in Warzone on 1440p Ultra and XeSS on both cards. And I thought that this will change the moment I enable DLSS on the 3060 Ti, but not really. The FPS didn't differ that much. Graphically, the quality increased on the 3060 Ti because for some reason it looked kinda bad with the XeSS, unlike the B580. But yeah, like on CS, the 3060 Ti took a noticeable win. The B580 took a very noticeable victory on Warzone. Although this time I didn't get any Warzone victories and was super trash for some reason. Okay, but on Wukong we got a complete 180 again, because the 3060 Ti, even with no DLSS and using the same 70% FSR resolution, took a considerable win on the 1440p medium and 1080p medium graphics preset. And just because I could bet every single thing I have for the fact that the 3060 Ti can beat the B580 in Tarkov, let's just quickly get that out of the way. And yeah, basically my 7600 Ryzen bottlenecks hard here, but both on 1440p high and 1080p high, the 3060 Ti is capable of around 60 FPS, while the Arc gets around 25. So yeah, Tarkov sweats, Arc is not for you. Marvel Rivals was super similar on both GPUs, so all of the results could be rounded up to a margin of error, since there's no inbuilt benchmark where I could copy exactly the same scene every single time. But it doesn't really matter what settings you play with, 1440p high or 1080p high or 1440p low or 1080p low, you will get a very solid gaming experience on either of the cards. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle got me carried away in a couple of ways. First, it was this weird aspect ratio in the settings where I was like, what the hell? Like, what do you mean by other aspect ratio? And after figuring that out, I was also carried away by these chessboards, like figuring out if these positions are real, because a year ago I was really hooked on chess in uni.
What are you doing? You're literally free. Knight takes, mate in one, get clapped, you're boxed like a fish.
But when I reached 1200 on chess.com or like,
I know, y'all know,
something around that score, the game became super not fun for me to play at all. So I deleted it and haven't played a single chess game for like at least half a year. Anyways, enough cheap bastard lore. How did the game run? And since this game is very story based and there's no way to put everything side by side accurately like in CS2 for example, I'll just give you my totally unscientific opinion, which is that the 3060 Ti got around 10 to 15 FPS more than the Arc walking around the same hallways. But if you can tell the difference between 90 and 105 FPS, I'll leave it up to you to decide, because for me, not really. I couldn't see the difference. So in the end, we see that these GPUs are very similar to each other in terms of performance, with the 3060 Ti having a clear lead in Tarkov and CS2. Meanwhile, the Arc performed noticeably better in Cyberpunk and Warzone. And by the way, I haven't experienced any driver issues in either of the cards, so which one would I buy? And to be completely honest, if the ARC was available for 250 to 280, I wouldn't even think twice and get the ARC. But the current market situation is that the cheapest 3060 Ti is available here for 260 euros used, and the cheapest ARC is 320. Brand new, of course. And for this price, I'm also more leaning towards the ARC, just because of the VRAM and warranty, although if there was a 3060 Ti or 3070 available for 230, while the ARC still stays around 320 euros, I would definitely not pay the extra 100 euros for essentially the same performance. Anyways, I like both GPUs, and whichever you end up with, I'm pretty sure you will enjoy the performance of it. So yeah, that's been it. Thank you very much for watching. Cheap bastard out.